So here K2 is turning 50. I was with you most of the way, probably 42 years. All started with me with the K2 Holiday. That was a classic. Really turned me on to K2. There's Wayne Wong, love that guy. Went on to the K2 Comp, another classic. The old style tip, Mayer Brothers. Those guys were good. But there was my hero, Spider Savage. That's an old Mount Snow World Pro poster, Pro Tour. That's actually Terry Palmer next to Hank Ashwa. And you can't see here, but he's sporting a pair of K2 5s. Some great posters K2 had. Well, these are Lang, but they also had some nice posters. Here's one well, that's not a poster, but it's a rug. I did have that poster, but that got trashed. Oh, the old K2 binder. There's some good stuff in there for sure. What do we got? Some classic things. An old 1980 Olympic official ski belt buckle. What else we got in here? Some old K2 keychains. Here's something I used to do out of wood. 7th grade wood shop, made K2 symbols. Kind of crazy, aren't I? Yeah, a little crazy. Here's me in about 7th grade with all my K2 stuff around me. K2 factory duffel bag, K2 4s, and whatnot. I was proud of that stuff. Yeah, a lot of good memories from K2. Poster. Oh, this is a classic. You don't see this around too often. An old souvenir photo. Oh yeah, Gooey Ducks. The old factory being built. Here's Bill. A lot of good product info. That's a classic thing. Oh, Spider. Not taking these out. You know what these are. Pretty much every brochure that I think I know of. Kept them all. Some classic stuff. This was a funny thing. This was a little cutout of K2 stuff you can buy. Hats and factory, denim factory shirt. I had that, of course. K2 factory knee pads. Had them. Vashon Island pennant. Had it. These were more cut out of Ski Magazine. As you kind of stopped making the bigger brochures like the previous ones you saw. A lot of classics. Animal House, that was a classic one. Some articles on K2. You've seen all these. The newer ones, got them all in here. All the little articles on K2. This is a classic. 8th grade, wrote a paper on K2 Corporation. Got an A. That's good stuff right there. Who would forget K2 factory worker cards? Here's actually an old wrapper. That's a classic. Collect all 54. I'm missing about 4. If you guys can find, I can tell you the numbers. But yeah, there's Spider. Some good stuff. Some old just literature on K2. Doing my paper. Article on Bill in the New York Times. Some old. Well, these are actually the newer brochures. But let's see what else we can find in K2 in my ski house. We got to go downstairs. Well, actually, that's the old sticker collection, front and center, K2. Let's see what else we can find. I think we got to go down to the basement. It's the basement, but it's actually the ski museum. There's some old boards. K2, the other matching Holiday and Comp. There's some 5s with a look toe marker heel. Can't beat that combo. I had a lot of K2 4s. Wish I can get those back. Kind of ditched them somewhere. Love that red, white, and blue bottom. Made P-Texing, kind of interesting. Some 810s. I had the 710s, but I don't know. Ditched them somewhere. 710, the FO, it's the 2nd generation. Foam core. Some good stuff. We kind of kept racing, and K2 kind of went its way from that, but still love it. Some classic old posters. K2 Wants You. One of my favorites, Spider and Little Miss Muffet. 19 K2. The Performers. That was a classic movie. One of my favorites as a kid. Still have a copy. Who doesn't? There's an old K2 race ski. Not that old, one of the last ones. But although we've parted ways in the racing, we're not racing, we're still skiing K2. Apache Recon. Great ski. Happy 50th, K2.